Hi, this is Cheryl Gallant, your Conservative Member of Parliament for the honest riding of Renfrew-Nipissing-Pembroke. Author Ian Fleming, creator of James Bond, wrote, "Once is happenstance, twice is coincidence, 3 times is enemy action." One of the challenges with this NDP Liberal government is that from the outside, it is impossible to know for certain if they are acting incompetently or corruptly. That was until this fall. Now we've not 1, not 2, but 3 clear examples of corruption. First, there is a RVE Scam. When the Liberals admitted they had spent $54 million on a hated mobile app, it was obvious something went wrong. Now we know that it involved fake invoices, fake companies, and fake work histories. On Tuesday, 2 of the contractors involved claimed they knew nothing about it and pointed the finger at 2 other people. Those 2 people are testifying at committee today. Second, there is the scandal at Sustainable Development Technology Canada. Yesterday, tape recordings between whistleblowers and top public servants was released. The deputy minister said the corruption was of the sponsorship scandal proportions. These whistleblowers were begging the government to take action about the corruption they were witnessing, including conflicts of interest between executives and the companies they were funding. The government hired an outside firm to investigate, and the report was damning. Instead of cleaning house, the government asked the same executive team accused of corruption to clean up their act. This would be like a bank robber breaking a window to get into your house, having the police catch him red-handed, then having the police demand you pay the robber to fix your window. In both cases, we still don't know the full extent of the corruption. But this third case might just blow your mind. The National Post is reporting that the Public Health Agency gave $150 million to a company for nothing. The company failed to deliver on the contract, but they still received $150 million. What's the name of the company? The NDP Liberal government says that information is confidential. What was the contract for? The NDP and the Liberals say that information is confidential. How is it possible that the government could just keep this a secret? The agency says it can't release any details because that would be a violation of the contract and expose the government to a lawsuit. Secret contracts with secret terms with secret companies is corruption. The previous 2 examples of corruption are occurring under the NDP Liberal government. That's different than the sponsorship scandal, which happened under Liberal corruption alone. But this secret contract is government corruption. It is the corruption of democracy. It's the corruption of the very idea of self-government. The Public Health Agency of Canada has no business signing secret contracts under any circumstances. They're not CSES or the CSE. They are the Public Health Agency. Considering how much damage this agency did to Canadians' trust in public health, from mass flip-flopping to giving PPE away to the communists who control China, the last thing the agency should be doing is signing secret deals with secret companies. Secret deals are an open invitation to the kind of speculation the CBC loved to call conspiracy theories. But the CBC Ombudsman recently warned CBC journalists to be cautious about what they label as misinformation. Quote, Sometimes it would be safer to say that there is no evidence for something rather than proclaiming it to be false, end quote. The CBC had become so obsessed with labeling everything that doesn't align with the liberal talking points as false that they lost the plot. It's not the speculations of citizens that threaten truth and democracy. It is the powerful government that hides the truth and lies when caught that threatens our liberty. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think the $150 million secret contract was for, and who do you think it was with? Remember, nothing you say can be labeled as false by the CBC. Today, the House of Commons is debating Pierre Poilievre's motion calling for the removal of the carbon tax from all home heating for all Canadians. Justin Trudeau believes that only Canadians important enough to the Liberals' political electoral fortunes deserve help from the federal government. Some Canadians are getting a pause on home heating, but not all NDP Liberal MPs either represent their constituents or are important enough to the Liberals' electoral fortunes to get the same deal. Now, these NDP Liberals have a chance to stand up for their constituents and vote with us to cancel the carbon tax on home heating. Will they vote for quadrupling the carbon tax on home heating, or will they vote to take the tax off and keep the heat on? If you or someone you know lives in an NDP Liberal riding, call your MP. Ask them if they'll be voting to remove the carbon tax on heating your home. Live from Ottawa, this is Cheryl Gallant.